Hey, you want us to beat your ass again, little boy? How's it going, Fish fam? Welcome back to a brand new reaction. Today, we're going to be checking out episode 38 and 39 of One Piece. Now, when we last left off, we finally had the moment that a lot of people have said initially got them hooked into either reading or watching One Piece, where Nami is finally at her breaking point and she asks Luffy for help. The end of the episode, we saw Luffy and the whole crew just immediately start heading towards Arlong Park. They're going to, it looks like, looking at the list of episodes, I think the next like 6 to 8 episodes are just gonna be Luffy and the crew beating the dog shit out of the Arlong pirates. So I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know if you could tell, this is the most Arlong type drip that I had at my house, so I tried to dress up a little bit for the occasion. Now, what I'm planning on doing once I get to like the full end of the East Blue Saga, which I think is like episode 60 or something like that, I'm gonna go ahead and do like a full arc review and just kind of give my thoughts on everything that I've seen thus far. But from everything that we've experienced leading up to this moment, I feel like this is going to be like the fight. Honestly, I think I said a lot at the end of the last video sort of leading into this one, and I don't know that I have a ton to add right now. So really, I got popcorn ready, I got an ice cold root beer, I'm ready to go. So let's just get into it. God damn. I know I already talked about it like at length in the last video, but that shit was heartbreaking. It's the first time that One Piece has brought me like pretty close to crying. Well, probably not the first time, actually. With Sanji and Zeph, I got pretty close, but it's for sure the closest I've been to crying watching One Piece. Yeah, bro. You made his crew cry. You shouldn't have done that. You fucked up. Oh yeah, and I remember Johnny and the other bounty hunter whose name I can never remember just sitting outside of Arlong Park holding the villagers back. Until Luffy and the crew got there, right? That was honestly my favorite scene in the whole arc so far while they've been on the village, is him just be like, I'm taking a walk. You're not gonna stop? Why would I stop? Why would I be afraid of you? I'm just taking a walk. Yeah, you've got a point. I'm gonna beat your ass, bro. Sanji literally kicks the shit out of him. Maybe not literally. They're still holding back all the villagers. They're like, just let them do their thing. You guys can just stand there and watch. Dude, I am so excited. They're fucking monologuing, bro.
He starts monologuing.
He starts like this prepared speech about how feeble I am compared to him, how inevitable my defeat is, how the world will soon be his, yada yada yada.
Yeah, right.
Sanji and Luffy already beat the shit out of Momu, bro. The second Momu sees Sanji and Luffy, it's gonna be like, oh shit, get out of here. Yeah, call Momu, see what happens. Yeah, exactly. Hey, you want us to beat your ass again, little boy? Bro, they humbled the fuck out of that kaiju. Yeah, now it's like, who is he more afraid of, Arlong or Luffy? This is a waste of time. So funny. Huh?
あんまりいい予感はしねえな。
Is he just gonna fucking bazooka? Oh, his new move. That's fair. He's like, I have no fucking clue what he's gonna do, but I know it's some crazy shit. I mean, it was kind of similar to what he did against Krieg, too. So I guess it's not like 100% new.
バカ、お前なんで避けねえ。前が見えねえ。続けてとどめだ。
Damn. Yeah, bro, he just got flat. It's okay. Oh.
参ったねどうも。
Nothing like a nice cold root beer in One Piece, you know? Despite the fact that he's terrified still, bro is still saving everyone. I had someone, like, in my comments who told me super early on, like, when I was watching Syrup Village, he was like, nah, this is the most heroic Usopp is ever in the entire series, so for someone to not like him now, they're never gonna like him. Did they not watch Arlong Park? He is way more heroic in Arlong Park than he was in Syrup Village. Like, these are much scarier threats. And he is actively putting himself in harm's way when there's nothing to gain for him from doing it, right? Oh, he's just gonna throw him into the water? Damn, bro. Like I said, this is what every fight is going to be. Luffy being strong as hell, and then people just throwing him into the ocean. Yo, he bit his ass too. Alright, how the fuck does Luffy get out of this situation? Alright, everyone hold your breath until they save Luffy. Let's see if we would survive in this situation. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so Luffy is once again in the exact same situation that we kind of predicted was going to be like the main crux of like every fight. At least from like the initial, his last fight with Krieg put it into perspective for me, where obviously like I'm thinking, okay, that's gonna be like the big thing every fight, right? Because everyone who is aware of devil fruit powers is just gonna do that by default, right? Because there's no reason not to. It's just like insta-win cheat code, right? I think like the crew as a whole is kind of pretty evenly matched with the fishmen. Obviously, you know, I'm not gonna keep talking about the same thing, but Luffy is definitely, I would say this is the worst matchup for him, probably. Just because they're so strong in the water, Luffy can't go into the water or he just insta loses. So I feel like this is his worst possible matchup. But as far as like Sanji and Zoro go, they're definitely holding their, I mean, even Usopp, I know I kind of mentioned like him going out of his way to try and like save the villagers from Kokoyashi village, and it seems like even he, in the fight that he is in, he's in a really good matchup for, you know, all intents and purposes. So I think the only one who is really going to struggle throughout these fights is actually going to be Luffy. So I'm kind of excited to see that, because in the past few like major fights that we've had throughout the arc, it was kind of the opposite, right? Like Sanji got his shit demolished by Gin and by Pearl. Zoro got stomped by Mihawk, which, you know, he never had a chance in that fight. Like, let's be honest. I love Zoro's character, but he never had a chance in that fight at all. But now it seems like the roles are almost kind of reversed, where everyone else is fighting really well and has a really strong chance, except Luffy. But, you know, I'm excited to just see where this fight goes from here, so let's just go to the next one. I was playing the same game. Me and Arlong. It must be the shirts, bro. We're on the same wavelength. Damn! Fucked up his cut. That's punishable by death, bro. Excuse me? Once again, just a huge shout out to everyone at home who's still just holding their breath. I'm very proud of all of you. But if you do die, I'm not legally liable. It was just a prank, bro. Wait, where's Nojiko? Oh. I'm gonna be honest, I just assumed Nojiko went without him and was already rescuing Luffy by herself. Wait, so, out of curiosity, people with devil fruit powers, are they able to use their powers while they're, like, in the water? Or no? Like, is it they can't use their powers and they can't swim? Or is it just they can't swim? I'm assuming it's they also can't use their powers. Because Luffy could just stretch his fucking neck and put his head above the water, right? Quick, give him some limes! Give him some limes! Stat! Damn. I'm gonna be honest, I also forgot Zoro was injured at this point. Like, I just assumed it was anime, so he was fine. Like, that was my assumption. But that is clearly not the case. Damn. Right after I got through saying everyone was, like, evenly matched, and it was gonna be, like, them winning the fight and Luffy kind of losing, exact opposite happens, right? Zoro's still injured, Sanji gets punched through a fucking rock. He just gets back up. No, no, no. Usopp is still pulling that other fish man away from the fight, which, like, is pretty good. Yeah, and Usopp is, like, really fast. Because he spent the past 10 years of his life running away from those villagers. So he is fast as shit from just running through town at Mach 10 every fucking day for 10 years. Most importantly, he did not let his cigarette go out. It's not a matter of whether or not he thinks he can do it. He has to do it. If he doesn't do it, he dies. That's it. It doesn't matter, bro. Ooh. Said I'm gonna hit you with my wiggly swords. Damn. お前はもう死んでる。 Yeah, the fact that he's not passing out is crazy. Like, he's been constantly going since that fight with Mihawk, like, basically without a fucking break. Because before this fight, he took out, like, 30 of their crew, right? We're not the same. The reason you're doing this is not as powerful as the reason I'm doing this. Which is so funny, like, thinking about this situation and then thinking about something, you know, another anime that I really enjoy, Chainsaw Man, where his is basically the exact opposite, where every fight he's in, it's like, yeah, man, well, if you lose to me, that means your motivation to take over the world or whatever is weaker than my motivation to grab some titties. Yeah, bro. You can't be the greatest swordsman if you just let some random fucking NPC take you out. Yo, he broke all of his swords? One down. Who's next? Let's go. That's one. Now we need Sanji to win his fight, and we need Usopp to win his fight. And Luffy to not die. It's exactly what you were gonna do 2 seconds ago, Zoro. Shut up. Don't try and call him an idiot for doing the same thing you were about to do. I was right. They just stretched his head up there. Bro, I'm big brained. I like how it looked like Johnny was the one laughing. Usopp's still running, bro. I mean, I was right to a certain extent, right? So the last time we had like the big fight with Krieg, I know I kind of already mentioned it, but I basically said that every time we get into a big fight, it's just gonna be, you know, our crew kind of stomping everyone, and then towards the end, or at some point in the middle, it's gonna be Luffy just getting thrown into the ocean, right? That's what big fights are going to be, at least for the foreseeable future, until there's some sort of, you know, way to kind of get around that. What I initially said, you know, Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp were gonna be the ones sort of like dominating their individual fights, and then we were gonna see Luffy kind of struggling for the first time. Not really for the first time, but just like comparatively to them. And I was immediately just proved wrong, I guess. Like, basically the exact opposite that happened, right? Where Zoro still has his old injuries, so he's just catching L's. He's basically about to die. It seems like he's on death's door, but he still manages to pull out the W. And then we have Sanji, who is now fighting a fishman in the ocean, gets judo chopped in his fucking neck after he gets sent flying through a brick wall. Now here's my prediction, though, for how he gets out of this situation. It's probably going to be wrong, because I've already been wrong a few times this episode. But what I assume is going to happen is Sanji is going to manage to break the rock that, like, Luffy's feet are trapped in. And he is going to get yoinked back up to the surface by, like, Luffy's abilities, basically. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen. Let me know in the comments down below who out of, like, our sort of 3 other people outside of Luffy, because I imagine the fight between Arlong and Luffy is going to be sick, but let me know, like, Sanji, Zoro, Usopp, which out of those 3 do you think has the better sort of, like, one-on-one fight scenario in Arlong Park? Obviously, I haven't seen like Sanji's full fight yet, and I haven't seen Usopp's full fight yet. By the time this video comes out, though, I've definitely seen it. So let me know what you think. With all that being said, don't forget to hit the subscription button down below. Make sure you tap the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new One Piece reaction video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Usopp's still running, bro.